So welcome. My name is Josh Myers. I'm the executive director of the foundation here at Monroe County Community College. On the line with us is Janelle Boss. She is the foundation administrative assistant, and Michelle Gainier, who is our foundation and communications coordinator, who works with us as well. As the opening slide says, just so you know, we are recording this presentation as we may show it later on our website. I believe this is our final scholarship application workshop. So very grateful that you've decided to join us. I hope the scholarship process is quick and successful for all of you. But we offer these workshops just to give you a few pointers as well as connect with you so that if you have any questions, you can know who to contact and can contact us. And we're always happy to help you work through those because occasionally we do run into some administrative problems with the applications and we try to troubleshoot those as quickly as we can. So just to kind of understand, these presentations were originally designed to be in a computer lab where we could sit down with you and fill out your application alongside you and help you and really give you an opportunity to set some time aside to do that because we are now in a virtual world. We are trying to adapt our communications modes. And so this presentation is just to give you some pointers, understand the opportunities available. If you can and you have your student ID and your student email, you can certainly go ahead and try to navigate once we get to that point to the Academic Works application system and log in, and I'll walk you through the steps there. There's some really easy but typical ways that students get tripped up, and so we'll address those. We won't be working on drafting or completing your application tonight, just as I said, because of the virtual format, but I'll walk you through next steps too and explain how the process works for awarding scholarships. Just kind of from a 30,000 foot high level view, we offer scholarships that range anywhere between $250 and a full ride to MCCC. We have over 200 private donor scholarships, which is primarily what makes up the scholarship pool that we run in the foundation. And we offer over $400,000 available through this application itself. We have $400,000 in available scholarships that we award through this application process. We use this to also select our 10 presidential scholarship recipients, and these are offered by the institution itself. These aren't donor scholarships, but they are full ride scholarships to the college. And we use the application process to identify those 10 exceptional students that get that receive that scholarship each year. In total, when we put together all the scholarships that are available to students that attend to MCCC in any given year, we have over $775,000 in total scholarships we offer. When we're talking about scholarships, there's really two buckets that you will apply for. The auto match is the simplest one. In the auto match process, it's basically you fill out the general application. Those are all the standard questions that are asked. And then each question aligns with a particular opportunity. So if you answer a question and you happen to be part of the Agora, which is our journalism local campus newspaper, that connects to a specific scholarship. So every question aligns to a scholarship, and then we'll automatically put you in the pool if you answer the question that qualifies you for that application. So very easy. We've tried to really slim this application process down so that conceivably you can complete it in 20 minutes. I don't advise that, but you could certainly get it done in 20 minutes. The second type of scholarship that we offer is called an apply to. And basically all that means is that you fill out the application and you fall into a pre-qualification group. So you may qualify for this scholarship through the main application, but there's a follow-up question or questions that you need to answer that then will fully qualify you. On the Friday after you complete your scholarship application, you will receive an email to your student email address that will give you a list of applications, and you can log back into the system and it'll say you may qualify for these additional scholarships. I would highly, highly encourage you to go and look at each one of those scholarship options and see yes, in fact, or no, you don't qualify for them. And for the ones that you do qualify for, absolutely fill out those additional questions. They're not typically very long. And because there's an extra step, we don't get as many students apply for those. And so there's a very high likelihood that you will qualify and potentially get that scholarship if you answer that question. More so in the auto match, which people are being automatically matched. So please do check that apply to list after you've completed your application and fill out the additional questions for any of those scholarship opportunities that you may qualify for. And I'll say too, I kind of said at the top, but if you have questions, feel free to raise your hand or chime in. I can't see that bar, so I'm going to ask Janelle to monitor that for me, but feel free to stop me if you have any questions. For those of you that have not yet applied, and I don't know what the mix is of the people on this call, but you do need to apply for admission to MCCC before you can apply for our scholarships, because you need your student ID number and your student email address to create a profile within our application. And so you'll need those, and that'll help you create your login credentials for our scholarship application. Signing in is fairly simple. What you'll do is go to the scholarship portal. So we go to mccc.edu/scholarships, and I'm going to go ahead and click on that now and try to bring that up. So bear with me. This is a little more cumbersome than showing it up on a screen. Let's see here. Okay, so this is the main scholarship page that the college has, and you see this Apply Now button. You just click on that, and again, that is monroeccc.edu/scholarship. So simple, and then you get to the sign in page. Now, if you haven't created your sign in or your profile for the scholarship application yet, you need to sign up, and so you just click on this button here, sign up. And then you would fill in your email address, and you are creating a password. So this password can be the same as your college email, but it doesn't have to be necessarily. You confirm whatever that password is, and you click sign up. And what that will do is generate an email to your student email. You'll need to log into your student email and verify that you are who you say you are. And then you will then activate your profile for the scholarship application process, and then you just come back and you click sign in with that once you've done that verification process. These things are usually better done in person, so I know this may seem complicated. It really is not. It's pretty straightforward, and like I said, people tend to get tripped up on the sign-in process. Just because they try to automatically sign in without creating a profile first. So just some key information to know. Our deadline, which is coming up soon, is March 1 for all of our scholarship applications. Most scholarships we try to get awarded by April 30th. And the reason we do that, and I know it seems like a long time between now and August when these scholarships are dispersed for the fall semester, is that we want you students to have a clear and accurate picture about your full financial aid package. When you're making your decision about whether to come here to MCCC or go somewhere else, we want you to know that, how much your cost of attendance is going to be, and if it's free or discounted by a scholarship or any other additional financial aid options you have. If you receive a scholarship and you're awarded a scholarship, what we ask all of our recipients to do, and you'll get all this information in the award letter, is to complete the post-acceptance form. You'll log back into the scholarship application system and complete a post-acceptance form that tells us a little bit about yourself. It says whether or not you allow us to put out a press release announcing that you've received this scholarship award. And then we ask every recipient to write a heartfelt letter of thanks to the donor that created your scholarship. And this is really important for a lot of our donors, particularly those who have created memorials or tributes to people, a loved one. they want to know your story. They've invested in you as a scholarship recipient. And so we try to share your story with them so that they can feel good about the investment that they've made in you and in your future. So here are some quick tips on completing the scholarship application process. I will say the general application is really simple. Every question is about you, and you are the expert of you. So you should go through them pretty quickly and the multiple choice questions. The toughest one for most students and the place you're going to spend the most of your time is on the essay. And so why are essays important? Well, all those questions, as I said before, really link you to a specific scholarship opportunity and pre-qualify you for those. But it's really the essays where we get to know you. And for the people that are reviewing those scholarship applications, I can tell you that the majority of our scholarships are awarded not based on what criteria they clicked in the multiple choice form part of the form, but it's what you say in the essays that really helps us understand your story, who you are, and why you'd be a worthy recipient for each one of these scholarships. So when you're working through your essays, here are some just quick tips to think about, to keep in the back of your mind. It's really important for you to be thorough. Tell us your story. Like I said, use those, and we restrict the amount of words that you have, so use them to your full advantage. Tell us completely whatever the question is asking. If it asks, what are your aspirations in life, and what do you aspire to do, and where do you want to take your education? Tell us what your hopes and dreams are. Be honest, of course. I know it sounds silly, but it's important for you to be very genuine and be you when you're filling out these essays. Speak from the heart. This is something that is easy to pick up on when you're reading these essays. A lot of our applicants, they just kind of do the quick 2 sentences. I want to be an electrician, and then that's it. Oops, sorry. Simple thing to do, but it has a large impact on the quality of essay that you create. Write your essays in Word first. There's 2 principal reasons for this. One is if for some reason your browser freezes up, there's no way to get that essay back. And secondly, it's a lot easier to proofread your essay in Word, where you get the little squiggly red line that tells you you've misspelled something, and that doesn't always happen in your browser. The 5th thing I'd advise is for you to be concise. And I know that seems like the opposite of being thorough, and I promise you it isn't. Don't use more words than you need to get across the point that you're trying to make. Now, what I mean by be thorough is tell us your full story, but don't go on and on and on using words that you don't need to include in there to get your point across. Like I said, we constrict the amount of words per essay, and it's in there. It'll tell you how many words you can use in the essay section. So use them to your advantage, but don't go on and on if you don't have to. The next thing is ask someone else to proofread your essays. This is something we all have to do. I have to do it when I'm writing a letter. Having fresh eyes on something that you've pored over and really worked hard on can pick up something that you've read, an error that you've read over 50 times. And so it's always important to have a loved one, a friend, a significant other, take a look at your essay and give you some tips and try to look for potential errors that you may have missed in your own proofreading. And then again, as I said, once the process is complete, be sure to try to complete any applied to questions when you get that email. I'm going to include this here just because Janelle Boss, who is our administrative assistant, is the person who is the expert in our office on the Academic Works application process. And so if you have any problems either logging in, if there's any kind of issue with your application that you can't figure out, it doesn't seem like it's working right, you can contact Janelle and she'll help try to get you an answer. A lot of times there's some issues with getting your credentials to sign in. Sometimes it's just a simple fix when you're logging in. So Janelle's happy to help you. If it's a financial aid question, do you qualify for something? How do you fill out your FAFSA? You'll need to contact our financial aid office. But anything regarding the application itself to foundation scholarships, Janelle is your point of contact, and she'll be happy to help you.